After establishing our center line and pulling a string from either side, we can then use a plumb bob to actually mark and chalk, then stake our benchmark points along the center line for the bridge. After we have our center line established, we're then going to set up our abutments, starting with the foundation, square to the center line. The manual teaches a 3-4-5 triangle method. However, it is also possible to use a large construction square, pull a string tight if you have enough people, and mark out the center line this way, as shown in the video above.
Okay, here we have our construction layout for the foundation, and the way this works is first we use the bridge center line to put a center line on the ground, and then we measure from known points and from the other side to figure out where the center of the tower is. From there we measure forward to the front of the foundation and use the square to shoot a line left and right where the front of the foundation is going to be. And then we do the same thing for the rear of the foundation, adding 10 extra centimeters in practice to account for variations in the sizes and the edges of the rocks, and use the square again to measure straight out to either side. And then we measure the width of the foundation from the center line along the square lines that we just shot to get the point along that line where the edge of the foundation is going to be, plus another 5 centimeters to account for variations in the sizes and the shapes of the rocks. Use those 2 points to shoot a line where the edge of the foundation is going to be on the side. Putting stakes at the edges of the lines outside the foundation square, because if we put the stakes right in the corner, as soon as we started excavating, we'd knock the stakes out and we wouldn't have anything to reference from. But when the stakes are back a little bit from the foundation, you can continue to use those as a reference even when you dig away the chalk line that we're using as a starting point. What was the one more thing? Right, and so that's why we have our 8 stakes. The most important ones are the ones that mark the center line, since those are the foundation, like the basis for where we're measuring everything from, and the 2 marking the front of the foundation, because once we start to construct, we're going to lose our mark for where the center of the tower is, but we'll still have the 2 stakes marking the front of the foundation that we can use to measure everything. Moving forward, and now we're ready to start digging.
Okay, marking the ramp walls on the other side. We're leaving rocks in the middle, even though we're excavating the entire width of these ramp walls, because we're making steps. And once we excavate the sides, we'll pull the rocks in and then excavate the middle. And then we'll pour chalk along this line, giving a 10 centimeter leeway on either side of the tier, because that's what we have for the foundation below the first tier. So now we are pulling a line from the center of the walkway to the center line, and then using the plumb bob to find the center so we can place the reinforcing cage for the anchor.